Hello everybody, it is Voodoo51292 here, and today is Friday, January 18th of 2013, and this video is a special video to commemorate my 2-year anniversary here on YouTube, which was actually yesterday, the 17th, but I got caught up in some things yesterday. I wasn't able to film this video yesterday, but I'm doing it today. I'm back in my old filming location. I did my channel update this past week in another location in my apartment, which I really liked. Unfortunately, as I said in that video, I can't really film over there during the day, which it is right now, because that window faces to the west. So the sun, in the afternoon comes right through that window and would really mess up my shot, and that's what's going on. So I had to move back to this location. But anyway, it's been 2 years since I've been on YouTube. This channel was created on January the 17th of 2011. Really difficult to believe for me that I've already been doing this for 2 years. It certainly doesn't feel like it. It doesn't seem like it. That when I started this whole thing, I was a freshman in college. Still living in the dorm back at that time. And now already I'm a second semester junior in college. I'm looking forward, to graduating next year and going out into the real world. And, I've just been through, in the past 2 years, so much, here on YouTube and also, in my personal life and maturing and going through school. This is the third different place that I've lived during school since, this channel was created. And so it's been kind of nuts. But I want to take this opportunity in this video to reflect a little bit on the past, the past couple of years here, but really take a good portion to look ahead to the future, to this year in particular, because I really feel like this year, 2013, could be my year. And when I say that, I mean it could be a year that I really feel that we could create something really special on this channel, that I could really get a lot more viewership, that we could create a culture, a community around this channel, and really make it something special and good this year, with a lot of good gameplay, new series, interactivity on the channel, things like that. And I really, the past 2 years were fun and they were great, but I'm kind of at a point right now where, okay, it's been 2 years and I kind of want to put those 2 years behind me and look forward, because I have a lot of great ideas and new things for the channel, and I want to talk about a lot of those. But for a moment, we will take a minute to look back, and a lot of you probably know, how this channel got started, because I've told the story many times. But to put it in a nutshell, this channel was originally started back in January of 2011 as a review-only channel. All I was going to do was do video game reviews, because that was really all I was interested in putting on YouTube. I had really gotten into Darkside Phil at that point in late 2010, early 2011. Really liked what he was doing with his content, and I noticed that he wasn't doing his Hateful Truth reviews anymore at that time. He had stopped doing them. And so, I had this idea to do game reviews since he wasn't doing his anymore, and kind of do it in the same style, where I would be honest and thorough and go through these games. And I put out a few game reviews, and then I had the notion that I wanted to do gameplay videos. I wanted to try it out, so I sat down. The first gameplay video I ever did was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood multiplayer, which I was very much into at the time. The footage looks awful, it's horrible. It was obviously my first ever attempt filming the screen, and I put that up, and I really enjoyed doing it. And from then on, I decided that I was going to make this a full gameplay channel, that I was going to do full game playthroughs. The first one I ever did was Dead Space 2, which is kind of interesting because the first new game playthrough I'll be doing this year in 2013 will be Dead Space 3, so it'll be kind of like a full circle for me. And it'll be funny to go back and look at that video quality versus the video quality I'm going to have on Dead Space 3 with, of course, the new HD camera and everything. But ever since then, the past 2 years has been kind of crazy. I continue to grow. I continue to learn about video games, about the video game culture. I continue to improve with my camera. I learned to speak better in videos like this. Very early when I started, I was not a good speaker on camera. I stuttered a lot. I said every like 2 seconds. I still say and now, but it's not nearly as bad. And I improved my game reviews significantly. I got way better at doing game reviews. I knew what to pay attention to, and my rating scale evolved and got better. And, I did a lot of different things. I branched out to a lot of different areas besides just gameplay. Probably the most notable thing was the podcast that Brandon and my friend Brandon, whom I met through this whole YouTube thing, and we became pretty good friends for a while. We did the podcast Voodoo's Brew last year in 2012. We did 9 episodes of that. It was insanely popular, and it was a lot of fun. And I've done other things. I did the Dorm Room Survival Guide, which was a video series of me touring my dorm room and basically telling incoming college freshmen how to live in a dorm and what to bring and what to expect, that kind of stuff. I've documented 2 vacations to Destin, Florida with my friends over the past 2 years. I have my ongoing series of Voodoo's Thoughts that I haven't done in a long time, which is a series where I sit down and speak candidly about hot button issues, sometimes involving video games, sometimes not. So, I really branched out, done a lot of cool different things. Some of them are still ongoing, like Voodoo's Thoughts. I haven't done one in a very long time because I haven't had anything to talk about on a Voodoo's Thoughts in a long time. So, it's been a fun 2 years, but this year for me is kind of a transition because the number one transition for me, it's got to be the camera. For the past 2 years, all the video gameplay that I've done has not been in HD. And I definitely realize that has hindered my ability to grow, because HD is just the common thing now. To be really taken seriously and accepted, it's got to be in HD. And, I've never had HD. I've had opportunities in the past to get an HD camera. I haven't taken them, but I finally took the opportunity to get an HD camera. I film in 1080p, full HD. I now film in stereo sound as opposed to mono sound, which I was filming with the other camera. And the quality of my gameplay videos has just soared. I mean, really so much better than it used to be. And I think people really appreciate that, and I think it makes it a lot easier to watch my content, watch my footage, when it's in HD and when the sound is much better and all that kind of good stuff. Also, for the past 2 years, my mantra's kind of been, any single game that looks interesting to me, I'm going to try to play them all, cram them all, as many as I can, and film every single one and try to put it up on YouTube. And basically, it's been a recipe for disaster, because over the past 2 years, I've tried to do this, and what I've done is just completely over-inundate myself with too many games. And I had all these partial playthroughs, and just ran into a bunch of problems where I could never finish a game on camera, and my uploads were backed up, and there was a lot of games that I just scrapped in the middle because I couldn't play them and all kinds of stuff, and it's been a big problem. So the other new thing for 2013 is, of course, my changes that I've talked about that I'm implementing, this year, which is to still play a good amount of games, but only play a certain few, well, not maybe a certain few, still a good amount, but only play the ones on camera that I really have an invested interest in, so continuations of series that I really enjoy, like Dead Space, like Bioshock, stuff like that, and also new IPs that are really big deals that everybody wants to see, that I really want to play, like, The Last of Us and Beyond Two Souls and games of that nature. But other games, like Aliens Colonial Marine and some other ones, that I still want to play, I'll play off camera, and that gives me the ability to play those games and beat them a lot quicker, because I don't have to be, I can play them whenever I want. If I have an hour here to kill, if I'm at home, if I'm here, if I'm anywhere, I can easily just play that game, because I don't need to be in a filming environment. I don't need to have a big block of time, be in the quiet, be with a good TV, all that kind of stuff. I can just play it whenever and wherever I want. It'll allow me to beat these games a lot faster. And I will still do my Voodoo's Verdict, which is my game reviews on those games that I play off camera. But really, I want to expand this channel to be more than just gameplay. And I want to have new series. And this is where I kind of need your help. Because, I already have in mind the brand new podcast I'm planning to launch, The Ritual. which is still in the works, and I'm trying to come out with the first episode in the next couple of weeks. Once I put together in my head what I want it to be, and I hope that'll be a nice ongoing series featured here on my channel. But I want to have other things. I want to branch out and do other projects. I've talked about this before, but I'll mention it now. One of the things I'm very interested in doing toward, the fall of this year is do more stuff involving football, college football, pro football. And I understand that that's not everybody's cup of tea. A lot of times sports and video games don't mix. People who like sports a lot of times don't like video games. But it's not always the case. So I was planning on maybe starting those series here on this channel and seeing where they go. And if they're popular, possibly opening up a brand new channel like Voodoo Sports or something like that, where I talk about football, specifically the New Orleans Saints and the LSU Tigers, who are my two home team football teams. I was planning on doing a series recapping every one of their games next season, talking about the games and how I felt about them, but also maybe doing shows where I talk about like the NFL as a whole. I talk about NFL news, I talk about all of the games in the weekend and how I felt about them. Same thing with college football. So I'm really planning on doing a lot of stuff involving football in the fall, which I really feel I could potentially create a brand new channel for that stuff, where people could go, if they're interested in that, separate from my gameplay footage. So if that is something that interests you, let me know so I know if that's a good idea. But I'd like to do other series. I would love to do a fan mail type series where you guys ask me questions and I answer them on camera, because I would love to do that, absolutely. Problem is, nobody really asks me that many questions. For me to be able to do that, I would need questions. So I'm going to say this right now and open it up that if you guys want me to do a series like that, a fan mail series where I answer your questions, start sending me questions. The easiest way to do this is a personal message on YouTube. If you send me a personal message on YouTube, I will save those up, and when I get a decent amount to make a video, so maybe around like 10 questions, I can do a fan mail video where I take your questions from YouTube and answer them on camera in a video like this. And I would love to do that. I've always wanted to do that, but people have never really sent me questions. I don't know if that's because they don't have any questions or because they figured I don't do anything like that, but people who have sent me questions in the past, I've always tried to answer them. And I would love to be interactive and do that type of a series or video where I answer questions. So that's available. If you want to send me questions and you want me to answer them, send them now on a personal message to YouTube. And what I'll probably do is, if you send me a question, I'll email you back or message you back and say, listen, I got your question, and whenever I do the fan mail series, I'll be answering it. Okay, so send me messages. Like I said, easiest way to do that is personal message on YouTube. That way they're all in one place. I can save them there and easily go there to answer fan questions. Okay. But, I want you guys' ideas about what series I could do. If there's a series or something that you would like me to do here on this channel, send me an idea, because I'd like to do more stuff like that. I just don't, I'm not the most creative person in the world, so I don't really have a lot of ideas outside of, the new podcast, the football thing later in the year, and maybe like a fan mail series. But there's other things I can do. I am, like I said, I'm a second semester junior in college. So I've pretty much been through the whole college thing. And I know that a lot of people want advice and seek advice when they're going into college, or, it's their first year in college or whatever. And I have a lot of experience and I've done very well in college. I have a very good GPA, I have very good friends, I go to all the football games, I have a good social life, so I've done really well, I think, for myself in college. So, I can do, series talking about college, talking about, answering people's questions about college, stuff like that. I have a lot of experience with that. I would like to do more Voodoo's Thoughts this year. I'd like to find more topics for me to do Voodoo's Thoughts, something like, if you guys send me, you guys could send me ideas for Voodoo's thoughts, like, send me, a possible issue for me to discuss. Let me just check my time here because I am at 15 minutes. Okay, so I really have about 10 minutes left because at that point my camera stops recording and films a second video, and I don't really want to have to splice the two together. So I have about 10 minutes to wrap it up. But yeah, you guys can send me, here's a link to an article about a controversial issue in video gaming, and we'd really like to hear your opinion on it. And I'll go check it out, and if it's a good if it's a good topic, then I'll film a Voodoo's thoughts about it. One of the biggest things I want to stress this year, though, is the viewers' participation, and I've always felt that that's kind of been lacking here on the channel. But what I want to do is I want to build enthusiasm around the channel. I want to build like a community where I have a terrific relationship with the viewers. I answer your questions. I talk to you directly. The perk of not having all kinds of subscribers now is that I'm able to answer pretty much everybody's individual questions. For all these people who have thousands and thousands of subscribers, there's no way that they can sit down and personally answer every single one of you. But because I don't have that many, I can do that right now. So, I would love for you guys to send me suggestions about anything, like I said, send me questions that I can gather and do a fan mail video like this. Send me ideas for Voodoo's thoughts. Send me ideas for games. Send me, whatever. Send me ideas for new series I could do. Send me ideas for the podcast, The Ritual. I'd love to do it. And I really feel like that's the direction I want to go this year. And that's why I think that this year could really be special, because I have the upgraded video quality with the camera. All the film playthroughs I do should be good, interactive, fun-filled playthroughs, because they're games that I actively want to play. They're not just games that, oh, this looks interesting, let me pop it in and see what it is. It's games that, okay, going in, I'm actively excited about. I know something about the series of games. I, have been waiting for the game to come out for months, and so I show excitement and enthusiasm during the game. So there'll be high-quality videos with me, actually actively into the game and wanting to play it. With the new series that are coming, and hopefully with the increased fan or viewer interaction, I think this year could really be a lot of fun. I've already seen a little view boost and a couple more subscribers ever since I started putting out some more Dishonored gameplay in HD. People seem to be really liking the new quality, so that's awesome, and it's going to keep being like that. And a question I need to answer, because somebody asked me it, and I know that there's new people, there have been since I answered this the last time, but somebody asked me recently why I use a camera and not a capture card. And this is a common question from all of us on YouTube who do video game playthroughs with cameras. Here's the simple answer. A camera is extremely easy to film with. It records everything at one time, the video, the audio, my audio, everything, puts it in one file. I can easily put that right on my computer and upload it. If I were to use a capture card, I'd have to buy hundreds of dollars worth of equipment, which I don't have that kind of money, and I'm not willing to spend that kind of money. I would have to continuously edit videos. I would have to, if I wanted to actually do live commentary over it, I'd have to buy more expensive equipment. I'd have to buy like an audio mixer, a professional microphone, all this kind of nonsense. Edit it in over each video. I mean, it's an insane amount of work. And I'm sorry, I'm a college student. I don't have time for that. So that's why I use a camera. I think that the HD video quality on my playthroughs now looks amazing. I think the sound is really good. No, is this the best TV ever? Is the sound quality the best thing ever on the TV? No, I don't have a surround sound system. I'm using the speakers on my TV, and they're really not that good. But I think it's great. I think the quality is perfectly fine, and I don't have the money, the time, the desire, the resources, anything like that to use a capture card. So that is completely out of the picture for me right now, and I don't see it ever really being in the picture on this channel. It's just not feasible for me, and it's not something I want to do. So that's why I use the camera, okay? For those who don't know. But yeah, I really feel that 2013 could be a great year. I feel like a lot of games that are coming out this year could be terrific, fantastic games. Planning on doing more co-op with my friends this year on games like Dead Space 3, like Dead Island Riptide, and others. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good year. I think once February comes around and the new releases start coming out, and we can kind of jump, or the new releases that I'm interested in playing, I should say, we can kind of jump full speed ahead into 2013. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. And I really am asking, imploring for your participation. Because that's really what makes the channel fun. It makes it fun to do. And with your participation, I can do a lot more things that I wouldn't be able to do before, like a fan mail series. And you can ask, I mean, I've been on YouTube for 2 years now. There's probably a lot of questions that you could ask me. And you can ask me anything. You can ask me about my personal life, my, college, what I think about different issues going on in the world. You can ask me about, obviously, video games, my channel, anything like that. You guys can ask me anything. Of course, if there's anything obviously inappropriate or something I don't think I should answer, then I won't. But, you guys shouldn't be the filter. I should. So you can send me any question you want, and then obviously I'll look at the questions, and if it's a legitimate question and, it's not inappropriate, then obviously I will go ahead and answer it on camera for you guys, and obviously give you credit for that. So yeah, thank you guys who have been with me for the past couple of years. I thank anybody who is relatively new to the channel. I thank you for coming over and checking it out. I promise you this year in 2013 you will not be disappointed. I think I'm really going to put out a lot of good content this year, and I'm going to be, one of my New Year's resolutions is actually to buckle down and really get back to sorry, I have to keep checking the time because 22 minutes. Okay, I have to hurry up. Is to really buckle down and really go back to trying to play games and do this channel and take it seriously. Because I felt like over the last year, I kind of got lazy with it. And I let a lot of things go, and I really didn't take the channel too seriously, and last year wasn't a good year, I don't think. Overall, for gameplay and such. But this year, I really feel like if I refocus myself, I put in the time, I try to beat these games in a timely manner, if I put work into the new series, and I really take the channel seriously, and really put a lot of effort into it, then I honestly think that this could be my best year, and it could be a complete channel resurgence, and could really be a great thing with the HD and all the good content. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope that you guys are too. Like I said, I really hope that you guys will participate this year with me. You'll help me to do that. You guys will send me questions. You can send me suggestions and just talk to me. If you want to talk to me or anything like that, send me a message. Send me a message on Twitter at voodoo51292, and I will answer you. If it's a quick question or something like that, I can answer you back. We can have a conversation. I really want to be in tune with my viewers, and I want to have a personal relationship with you guys, and